ओम सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् यदविद्याविलासेन भूतभौतिकसृष्टयः तन्मूलं परमात्मानं सच्चिदानन्दविग्रहम्. So we were discussing Brahma, and the important thing to understand is how do we explain the appearance of Brahma Rupa silver, correct? Erroneous cognition we are trying to understand, and how do we account for the appearance of silver on shell. So we account for it by saying that it is not like a real silver has appeared there, correct? There is no real silver with silver atoms and all that. So then how do we account for that silver which is appearing in front of us, the two, as this silver? So we say that this is correct. This, the consciousness which is conditioned by this pratyaya is there, but there is ignorance of what is this, correct? This is shell is not known. So there is shell avidya, and this shell avidya also is superimposed on this Chaitanya only, correct? The Chaitanya, the consciousness which is conditioned by this cognition, is where the avidya also is there, the ignorance of the shell, and that ignorance of the shell only modifies itself, parinamate we say, metamorphoses itself, modifies itself into two things. We have to understand, Rajata Rupa Artha Akarena. So it only becomes the Rajata Vishaya. Okay. The Rajata Rupa Artha means the actual object which you see as silver also is avidya's modification only. And then Rajata Jnana Abhasa Karena. Jnana Abhasa Akarena. And it is the one which is also modifying as the vritti, because when we defined what is pratyaksha jnanam, we said that the Vishaya Akara Chaitanya or Vishaya Avachinna Chaitanya and Vritti Avachinna Chaitanya has to become one from or one with the Pramatra Chaitanya, correct? Then only a Vishaya becomes Pratyaksha. So here, in the case of silver, there is no real silver also. So we have to say avidya only becomes the silver object, and there is no real antakarana vritti also. Understand that. The vritti also is avidya only. It is modification of ignorance. Only that this part is the that is vritti, okay, manovritti, and the chaitanya which is conditioned by this pratyaya becomes the basis for this avidya to take over then. So that is what is said here, correct? In this 84, whatever you are seeing here, this is where our explanation is given. So in this, additionally certain things are there. Sahakari, what is that? There is a Shuktitva Prakarika Avidya we say, which is the main thing. Then the fact is that the shell also is bright, it looks shining and all that. So chakachikyadi means here something which is shining object. Miniminikkardu and all we say in Tamil, correct? That is what in Sanskrit chakachikya means something which is bright or shiny. So that shininess is bringing certain similarity with silver, correct? And so because of that only that silver samskara comes up. So because of the shininess, and it may be even due to your own dosha in your eyes also in some cases. Okay, kachadi dosha they say. So either it can be a dosha of your eyes, or it can be due to similarity with silver because of some brightness or shininess. Whichever way it is, that silver samskara is invoked, you can say, correct? The silver samskara is invoked, and because of that joining with that silver samskara, only this silver, this avidya of the shell and the rising of the silver samskara due to brightness and the shininess which is similarity to silver, and also it may be due to your own some defect in your eyes. All these things put together, this avidya then modifies itself into the silver object and also the silver vritti, silver jnana abhasa akarena. Two things are there here, we have to understand that. So like this we have given our explanation for Brahma. So that is there in this 84, I have already talked about that. Why I am telling you this again is this point will be raised again later. So I just wanted to bring this particular explanation also is important. This is the crux of whatever we are trying to explain. Rest of the things are all some questions raised based on this. Okay, further it was said that parinama, again two types are there. There is a parinami upadana. So when we say parinama, the parinami upadana is there. Sorry, upadana is of two types. Upadana means something which becomes something else. Okay, because upadana is generally translated as material cause also in English, but exactly always it need not be a material. For example, avidya cannot be called as a material in a real sense, correct? But avidya is called parinami upadana. So maybe we have to be a little careful in translating Sanskrit terms like upadana. So upadana is, in this case, avidya is the one which modifies itself as this silver. Then there are other types of upadana karana, like gold becoming bangles and all that. That is called vivarta upadana. Okay, so that is explained by the author here. In the case of this pratibhasika rajata, avidya is the parinama upadana, and chaitanyam is vivarta upadana. In fact, chaitanya is the vivarta upadana for the entire srishti itself, not only this pratibhasika rajata. So that also is explained here. See, asman mate sarvasyapi karyasya swa upadana avidya adhisthana ashritatva niyama. So swa upadana avidya. So there is an avidya with reference to oneself. So everything is based on that only. The entire creation we are seeing as separate from ourselves because we don't know ourselves. Then there is a question is asked, how can you say that something which is Chaitanya Nishtha, okay, Nishtha here means something which is directly based on consciousness, which has its basis on consciousness. how can that be appearing in front? Okay, so how can it become one with something in front when it is superimposed on yourself? Because Chaitanya is nothing but yourself, correct? So like that, when they ask, here first we say, how in your Nyaya Mata, even though Sukha, Dukkha, etc. are Atma Dharma, but they are available in body, Sharira Nishtatvena Upalambaha. Because you accept that Sukhadi Adhikaranata Avachedakatvam is there for Sharira. So for Sharira itself, again Atma also is there in Sharira. Therefore Sukha etc. also can be obtained in Sharira, like that they give some explanation. So similarly we can also say Chaitanya, see Chaitanya alone is not the Adhisthana for Rajata, the silver. It is not that directly it is on Shuddha Chaitanya. In this particular case we say it is on the Idamavachinna Chaitanyam. Okay. So the Chaitanya which is conditioned by this cognition. So that this cognition is important. That is why silver also is taken as this silver, correct? Because it is superimposed on this cognition. So silver and this cognition become tadatmya, means identical. They become one and the same. They merge and become one, correct? And so this silver it becomes, like that we say. So there is no problem here. So tad adhisthanatvena idamaha avachedakataya Rajatasya purovarti samsarga pratyaha upapadyate. So Rajata also can be seen as this silver. The silver can be seen as this silver because this silver, which is nothing but a modification of the avidya of shell. So that avidya itself is superimposed on this cognition, the consciousness which is conditioned by this vritti. So that being the case, it can be very well like that. First we give an explanation like that. Then, but further question is still asked. So tasya cha vishaya chaitanyasya tad antakarana upahita chaitanya abhinnataya Vishaya Chaitanya Adhyastam api Rajatam Sakshini Adhyastam Kevala Sakshi Vedyam Sukhadivat Ananya Vedyam iti cha Uchyate. So further we say, what do we say? The Vishaya Chaitanya which is there, okay, and then Antakarana Upahita Chaitanyam also is there, which is the pramata actually, and they both are one and the same, abhinnataya, and therefore Vishaya Chaitanya adhyastam api rajatam sakshini adhyastam. So what we say is, even though the silver is superimposed on this cognition, this cognition and the whatever the consciousness which is conditioned by this cognition and the consciousness which is conditioned by your own antakarana have to be one and the same for it to be pratyaksha, and so ultimately all of them are anyway superimposed on this Chaitanyam only, and they are all Sakshi Vedyam, they are all revealed by the Sakshi only, okay, and therefore, and also like Sukha etc., since it is Sakshi Vedya, it is Ananya Vedyam, okay. So Ananya Vedyam means what? It is only known to you, that is why it is Pratibhasikam, understand that. Everybody does not see the silver on shell, In fact, somebody else may see something else also. See, if there is a rope, somebody can see it as rope itself. You can see it as snake. Somebody else can see it as a flower garland. Somebody else can say that the earth is split open or whatever. So again, along with the ignorance, what samskara also comes into the picture. Based on that only you are seeing whatever you are seeing. And whatever you are seeing, only you are seeing, correct? So it is your Sakshi Vedyam only. Like your own Sukha Dukha also, you only see it. Everybody does not see it. But a part which is there out can be seen by everybody. That is not Pratibhasik. That is Vyavaharik. So Sukha Dukkadi are Sakshi Vedyam. It is only known to you. Your own Sukha Dukkha is known only to you. Others, if you tell them, they may know about it, or they can do some anumana depending on your expressions and all that, but still it is not pratyaksha to them. Your own Sukha Dukkha is only pratyaksham to yourself. It is directly known only by you. So similarly, all these subjective appearances which are erroneous are also known only by you. It's not known by everybody. Ananya Vedyam. So we have to accept that these things are also Sakshi Vedyam only. Okay. Okay, fine. But then a question comes. Nanu Sakshini Adhyastatve Aham Rajatam iti Pratyaha Syat Aham Sukhi iti Vate. So now the Purva Pakshi is bringing in a rule, his own rule, saying that anything which is superimposed on the witness, Sakshi, has to be only known as Aham iti. Like Aham Sukhi, Aham Dukhi iti. It cannot be known as Idam Rajatam, this silver. Okay. So Aham Sukhi means I am the enjoyer, or I am the sufferer. Aham Dukhi. It should be like that. It cannot be this silver. So like this he raises a point. We then say no, there is no rule like that. So the rule is what? The rule is, this is what I explained last week, I think. Yasya yadakara anubhavahita samskara sahakrita avidya karyatvam tasya tadakara anubhava vishayatvam ityeva anugatam niyamakam. So niyamakam means what is the rule? What is the niyama which we accept? So that which you have already experienced, okay, yad akara anubhavahitam. So in whichever form you have experienced, and there is a samskara for that, and that samskara has along with the avidya. So anubhavahita samskara sahakrita avidya karyatvam. So the samskara and avidya together only bring a certain appearance, correct, for you to see. So that samskara, in whichever form you have experienced, in that same way only you are going to see the appearance now also. The samskara may have been a real experience in the past. Okay, so the samskara means what? Impressions which are there in your mind, in whatever experience which you have already undergone. Again, those experiences can be in this life, or it can even be from past life and all that. It's all anadi samskara for us, understand that. So it need not be only in this life. So if your samskara is based on something like, see, Rajatam you have always experienced as this only, correct? Silver you are not going to experience as Aham. It's a Jada Vastu. So Rajata samskara will always be this only. But for example, you can take snake. So snake we can say in some janma you were a snake also, we don't know, correct? Or some other animal. So in dream, you can be seeing an animal as this animal, correct? So you can say I am Sarpaha, or you can also dream like Aham Sarpaha, you become a Sarpa, you become a snake in the dream and you are, I don't know, doing something. So then how do we explain that? That means in one case, the samskara which caused that dream appearance was in the form of this snake. In another case, the samskara which caused the dream appearance was in the form of I am snake. Correct. I am here is English I am. Okay, not Sanskrita I am. I am a snake. Like that, that caused the impressions which caused that appearance to happen are like that. So based on that only, whether you currently see the appearance as this or me or I am I, it depends on that, not because it is superimposed on your Sakshi. So Sakshi Vedyatvam is not a Niyamaka. This is the one. The samskara which is aiding the avidya and becomes a sahakari karana also, correct? To create the karya. So it all depends on that. And then we give some examples for that. This is what we saw last week finally. So तथा च इदमाकार अनुभवाहित संस्कार सहकृत अविद्या कार्यत्वात् घटादेः इदमाकार अनुभव विषयत्वम. So anything which is jada always have idamakara anubhava only you have had. So even if you see a pratibhasika ghata in waking or even in dream, you are always going to see as this part, because it's the samskara is only idamakara always, which is causing the appearance. Then there are certain things which can be both idam and aham. See, ahamakara anubhavahita samskara sahakrita avidya karyatvat antakaranadehe aham anubhava vishayatvam. Then antakarana, whatever antakarana dharma and all these things, we have always had samskara as I. Okay, so those things you are always going to see as aham only, because the samskara also is aham. But sharira and indriya have ubhaya vidana anubhavahita samskara. That means in some cases we use idam, this for them. In some cases we use I, aham. So idam shariram we can say. Nobody says aham shariram, correct? This body, even in English, this body we say, nobody says I am body or I body or whatever, my body some people may say, but I am human being, aham manushyaha. So idam shariram, I am dehaha and all is like this. But aham manushyaha we always say, I am a human being. But human being, his body is dharma, correct? Where is human beingness? Once this body is gone, we don't know what janma you are going to take. So as long as this body lasts only, you have the human beingness. There is no question of being a human after the body has fallen. In fact, then you will become a ghost, I think. You can't say. You can't say. Even Preta Sharira and all we take up, even in the Shastra it is said. In fact, we do all the karma, our karma is based on that only. In fact, we give food. The 10 days, 11 days karma we do is basically to give enough food to develop that Preta Sharira properly, so that, and then we say Tata, don't come, you go wherever you are supposed to go. Please, whatever, start your journey, and we'll give you food every month, because every month is like 1 hour for them, for the Pitris. So we do karma and all that. So anyway, the human beingness, even though it is body based, still we say I am human being. That itself is an ignorance. Understand that. Similarly, aham brahmanaha. Then you have pride also. I am a Brahmin. Whether you are doing any brahmana karma really or not, at least some people have some as a jati pride is there. Correct. Similarly, idam chakshuhu. This I. Nobody says I. Okay. I is I. Then EY. We don't say. But I am blind, we say. I don't know why. You have to say this eye is blind, correct? But we say I am blind. How can you be blind? You are the one who is seeing that you are not seeing, correct? That's what Kenopanishad says. So you are Shrotrasya Shrotram, Manaso Manaha, Vachoha Vacham, Sau Pranasya Pranaha, Chakshusas Chakshuhu. Like that, you are the eye of the eye. Means what? You are the Chaitanyam which knows whether the eyes are seeing or not seeing. So you can never be blind, correct? But we say I am blind. So idam chakshuhu aham kanaha. There it is there. Vyavahara is there like that always. Idam shrotram. This ear I am deaf. Aham badiraha. So all these problems are there. So it is pointed out here. So samskaras are there like this. So based on this, your whatever the pratibhasika appearances also are dependent on the samskaras. Is that clear? So that's a very important point for us to understand. Now continuing, prakritecha pratibhasika rajatasya pramatra chaitanya abhinna idamavachinna chaitanya nishta avidya karyatvepi idam rajatam iti satyasthaliye स्थलीय इदमाकार अनुभवाहित संस्कार जन्यत्वात् इदमाकार अनुभव विषयता न तु अहम रजतम इति अहमाकार अनुभव विषयता इति अनुसंधेयम. So now we are summarizing, we are saying in whatever we are discussing, correct, we are discussing about rajata. So the pratibhasika rajata, in the case of pratibhasika rajata, what is there? The pramatra chaitanya abhinna is there. Because for anything to be pratyaksha, it has to be pramatra chaitanya abhinnatvam has to be there. And idam avachinna chaitanya adhisthana is there. So idam avachinna chaitanya nishta avidya karyatvepi. So even though it is chaitanya nishta, still we always see it as idam rajatam. Because why? Because satyasthaliya idamakara anubhava ita samskara janyatva. So when you really experience silver, how have you experienced it before? As this silver only, correct? Always. So the samskara, the impressions which you have gathered by your previous experience has always been as this silver. So it will all, even in the appearance here also, you are going to see it as this silver only and not as I silver or I am silver, like that. So like this we now conclude. So this is our explanation for why we see the silver as this silver, even though the avidya of the shell is having its basis on consciousness which is conditioned by this cognition. So even though consciousness is the basis for everything, in this case, whether we have an experience as this or I is based on the samskara, is the point. Okay, the samskara is the important thing. Okay, but even then one more question is coming now. Nanu evamapi nitya rajatasya sakshat साक्षी संबंधितया भान संभवे रजत गोचर ज्ञान आभास रूप अविद्यावृत्तेः अभ्युपगमः किमर्थः. Okay, this is the one I started. See, I told you, we said in our original explanation that the avidya only becomes the silver vishaya. So vishaya akara also avidya only becomes. So avidya only appears as the silver object. Then avidya only modifies itself as the silver vritti also. So we require vritti and an object for something to be cognized directly. But here the Purvapakshi is asking, why do you require two things here? Because the Mithya Rajata, whatever the false silver which we see, it is directly superimposed on the Sakshi. You are accepting that it is superimposed on the witness consciousness through this, through the consciousness which is conditioned by this cognition. So it is revealed by the Sakshi Chaitanyam only. So that being the case, why do you require it to be like, why do you require this vritti also? Because we talk about avidya vritti also. Avidya becomes the vishaya or the object. Avidya also in this case becomes the vritti. So why two things are required? One thing should be good enough because Sakshi is anyway going to reveal. Like this, one question is raised. So for that, iti chet uchyate. So what is the answer given? Swagochara vritti upahita chaitanya abhinna sattakatva abhavasya Vishaya aparokshatva rupataya rajatasya aparokshatva siddhaye tad abhyubhagamat. So now we are just recollecting or reminding what do we define as the see, pratyaksha we said is used in two senses. We use with pratyaksha with reference to a vishaya and we use pratyaksha with reference to jnanam, correct? So when we use pratyaksha with reference to vishaya, we said that the vishaya avachinna chaitanyam and pramatra avachinna chaitanyam should be one and the same. Okay, and there also we further said that pramatra avachinna chaitanyam should again be conditioned by the vritti also. Vritti also is important. So swagochara vritti upahita chaitanya abhinna sattakatva abhavasya. Okay, chaitanya bhinna sattakatva abhavasya. Sorry, not chaitanya abhinna. Chaitanya bhinna sattakatva abhavasya. So whichever vishaya, that vishaya should have a vritti and the consciousness which is conditioned by that vritti and the consciousness which is conditioned by your antakarana, in this case pramata is nothing but antakarana avachinna chaitanyam, they should have the same sattakatva, means what, they should be having the same chaitanya. Okay, they cannot be two things. So then only that vishaya is considered to be aparoksha or pratyaksha. Okay, aparokshatva rupataya, we accept that. So if the vishaya avachinna chaitanyam, then vishaya vritti avachinna chaitanyam and pramatra avachinna chaitanyam, all of them should be one and the same. So they may be different upadhis. If the upadhis are different and upahita chaitanya also is different, then no knowledge will take place. Understand that. Because wherever the ghata is, for example, it is still ghata is getting its satta from chaitanyam only. So ghata avachinna chaitanyam is there. If that Ghata Avachinna Chaitanya does not become one with your Manovritti Avachinna Chaitanyam and with your Antakarana Avachinna Chaitanyam, then there are three different things you can say. It is like keeping three parts separately, correct? If you keep three parts separately, you can say that the part spaces are different, correct? You have three different part spaces. Is that correct? But you put all the parts one within the other, then what happens? They are all now conditioning the same space. There is only one part space, even though there are three upadhis. Is that clear? So in such a situation only we say it becomes that knowledge is direct. So that's what we are again recollecting here. So that being the case, vritti is important. So for aparokshatva siddhi, we have to accept the avidya vritti also. Why we have to say it is avidya vritti there? Because why it is not antakarana vritti? Also the question can come. I think it will come later. Anyway, let me tell you that. That is because for antakarana vritti to happen, there should be a real object. Before the knowledge takes place, the antakarana has to be in contact with a object, correct? That is possible only if there is a real object. In the case of this pratibhasika rajata or pratibhasika sarpa, all these subjective appearances, there is nothing there, correct, before for your indriya to come in contact with. So what our Shastra says is you are not really seeing it through your indriyas, although you think that you are seeing the silver with your eyes, it is not really through your eyes. That is also a Brahma, understand that. So there are two Brahmas are involved here. One is you are seeing the silver itself is Brahma. Another is the idea that I am seeing it with my eyes. I saw it with my own eyes. Some people can say that, correct? Even that is a Brahma, because you cannot see it with your eyes, because there is nothing real for your eyes to get in contact with. So that is why we have to say the vritti is avidya vritti, it is not a indriya vritti, correct? It is not an antakarana vritti caused by a indriya sannikarsa. Understand that. So that is also important to understand here, this particular explanation. So nanu idam vrittehe rajata akara vrittescha pratyekam ekaikaika vishayatve gurumatavat vishishta jnana anabhyubhagame kutaha brahma jnana siddhi. So now another objection is raised. What is this? See, this Guru Matam means Prabhakara Matam. Prabhakara are one type of Mimamsakas. It is called Guru Mata because I think they give very complicated explanations. Guru means here heavy, or you can say complicated or complex theories, whatever. So it is called Guru Mata. So they have a Kyativada called Akyati. Means they don't accept anything as Brahma. They say that in like when you see silver on shell, this knowledge is also true knowledge, and silver is nothing but smaranam. Okay, so this is pratyaksham. Silver also is smaranam. Okay, it is remembered. So both are valid. Like that, they say it is actually two things, and it is a Brahma only because you think both are in one and the same and all that, but there is no real Brahma. Both are valid only. So like this, they consider it as two different things and two different cognitions. So pratyekam ekaika vishayatve means what? So they say that this is one cognition and silver is remembered. Okay. So there are two things, correct? Similarly, in your case also, you have one this cognition and an avidya vritti, correct? Which is what is this rajata. So you have two things. Okay. So you are also similar to Prabhakara because you are also having two different things. And how can it become one knowledge then? How can it become Vishaya for one knowledge? And so therefore you cannot have any Brahmajnana Siddhi at all because you also have two things now. This cognition is there. So Idamakara Vritti is there. Then there is a separate Rajatakara Vritti which is Avidya Vritti. So there are two things. How can you say it is one single Brahmajnana? So Brahmajnana Siddhi will not be there in your case also, similar to what Prabhakara is saying. Like this one objection is raised. So iti chet na. So if you say that, our answer is what? It is not like that. Vritti dvaya pratibimbita chaitanyasya ekasya satya mithya vastu tadatmya avagahitvena brahmatva svikara. Simple answer. So what we say, hey, we accept there are two vrittis, no problem. But the Chaitanya which is conditioned by those vrittis is only one. If those vrittis are there in two different places, like two pots sitting in two different places, then you can say that this pot space is separate from that pot space, correct? It is not like that. Both the vrittis are there in the same place, correct? Like two pots are there within each other. So, vrittidvaya is there, but the Chaitanya which is conditioned by these two vrittis is only one. So, there is no problem. Similarly, further what? Satya mithya vastu tadatmya avagahitvena. Further, the Satya vastu is what in this case? Shell. And mithya vastu is what? Silver. So the true, whatever is at least relatively true is, the shell is relatively true, silver is false, mithya. But they both are seen as one and the same, correct? This amsha of shell and the rajata amsha are merged. Tadatmya happens to them. And this knowledge is only revealing that tadatmya, correct? The Brahmajnana is revealing the identity of this and silver. That's why you know it as this silver, correct? So that being the case, Brahmatva is, you have to agree, there is only one Chaitanya, although there are two vrittis. Okay, and then between the two vrittis also there is a tadatmya is there. That is what is revealed by the Brahmajnanam. So whatever we say is fine, it is not similar to Prabhakara. Prabhakara is claiming it is two different knowledge itself and there is no Brahma. Both are valid knowledge and all that. So atayeva sakshi jnanasya satya asatya vishayataya pramanya aniyamad apramanyoktihi sampradayikana. Okay, here he is making one more interesting point. So what he is saying is the Sakshi Jnanam will reveal anything. Okay. So just because something is revealed by Sakshi Chaitanyam, you cannot say whether it is real or unreal. You cannot say whether it is valid knowledge or erroneous knowledge. Because Sakshi Chaitanya is always revealing. Its very nature is Chaitanya, correct? Its very nature is like that. It reveals everything. It is like a bulb which is always glowing. Okay. So this something, whether it is satya or asatya, can only be determined by whether it is the vritti is avidya vritti or a pramana vritti. Correct. Pramana vritti means it has to happen in your antakarana. The pramana can be anything. It can be pratyaksha pramana, anumana pramana, shabda pramana. So only the pramana vritti or avidya vritti determines whether a knowledge is valid or error. Whether a knowledge is valid or error is not determined by the fact that it is being illumined by the witness consciousness. So that's what is told by the Purva Acharyas also. Sampradayikanam also they have told that, the Acharyas. So you cannot take the Sakshi as a Pramanya. So Sakshi cannot be taken for establishing the Pramanya of any Vishaya. Okay. So that is why Sakshi itself is called Apramanya. So Sakshi is called Apramanya because of that only, by the Purva Gurus, Sampradayikanam, those who know the Sampradaya. Like this, he is making another important point here. Okay. Now what? Nanu Siddhante Deshantriya Rajatamapi Avidya Karya Madhyastam Cha Iti Katham Shukti Rupyasya Tato Vailakshanyam. So again, this kind of a question already came some time back also. Here again it is coming. So he is saying, in your Siddhanta, anyway the entire Jagat is Adhyastha. So now what is the big deal, what is the big difference between this shell appearing as silver, because shell itself is an appearance for you eventually. So what is the difference, he is asking. Tato Vailakshanyam. Katham, he is asking. So how is there any difference between these two? So even the real silver which is found somewhere else also, you are going to say eventually it is all appearance in Chaitanyam only. So if you ask like that, now at this point I think the author got fed up. So instead of directly first answering, he is doing something called Pratibandha. So Pratibandha means what? You put another question to the Purvapakshi, saying you have this problem, okay, in your darshana, how are you going to answer that? And if you answer that, the same answer applies to my case also. That is called Pratibandhi. Okay. So Pratibandhi is more like a counter question. Literally, actually, it means that you are imprisoning the opposer's hostage, or you are taking hostage of your opposition. So they have taken hostage of your people, let us say. So you are also taking hostage of their people, so that both can be released. Something like that. That is called Pratibandhi. So here, so first he says, Tvanmate Satyatva Avisheshepi Keshanchit Kshanikatvam Keshanchit Sthayitvam Ityatra Yadeva Niyamakam Tadeva Swabhava Visheshadikam Mamapi. So you are, in your case, you are an Ayayika or anybody other than Advaitin. For them, the world is real, correct? So everything is real for you. Satyatva Visheshe, Satyatva Avisheshe. So Avishesha means, that's what, there is no difference, correct? Everything is Satya. But even though some of them, some knowledge is Kshanika, some knowledge remains for a longer time, correct? So what explanation do you give for that? Same thing we will give in our case also. Swabhava Visheshadikam Mamapi, we say. So that means if I ask a question like that, you have to say it is the Swabhava. That is what they give the explanation normally. That is how things are. The nature of certain things are like this. The nature of certain other things are like this. So, like a dragonfly only lives for half a day, 1 day. A cow lives for 20 years. Both are real, correct? Because that is their nature. So if you say that is so both are real, but in fact all knowledge is still Kshanika for them. Otherwise, in fact, nobody can have any other knowledge, correct? If knowledge becomes, if only one knowledge is there always, then it is like a stuck film roll. Okay, in those days, in movies, this film used to roll, correct? It used to rotate and it has to go at a speed of 24 frames per second, then only the motion picture is possible. Nowadays it is all digital. But in that if it stops, that means it is stuck, correct? So if there is no movement, if you only know one thing and say that it is real and then you cannot know anything else, that is a problem. So they also have to accept all knowledge is Kshanika. But even in that, certain things last longer, certain things are immediately negated. So how do you account for all these things? They have to say it is Swabhava. So you give some explanation like it is the nature. We also give the same explanation. So whatever explanation you give for this question is the same explanation we are going to give for whatever question you are asking. Like that first he says, and then he gives a proper explanation still. So he says, okay, otherwise yadva ghatadi adhyase avidya eva doshatvena hetuhu. So in general the vyavaharika padarthas are there, correct? Like ghata, pata. For all these things only the avidya, okay, avidya alone is the dosha, is the defect. Okay, it is caused only by avidya. So atma avidya alone is the cause for that. But shukti rupya adhyasetu kachadayaha api doshaha. So in the case of shukti, okay, the appearance of shell, in the case of that, there are additional immediate causes also, like this defect of your eyes. Okay, so there are additional defects are there. So avidya plus these things. So there is a difference. So tatacha agantuka dosha janyatvam pratibhasikatve prayojakam. So we say this agantuka dosha janyatvam means what? Whatever dosha which newly came, correct, got added to the original dosha of avidya, that is causing the subjective appearances. So that is the difference. So if only avidya is there, it is vyavaharika. Avidya plus other defects like defective eyes or some other issue, let us say. So those are the there is an agantuka dosha. So newly some more defects have got added, and because of that only the subjective appearances are happening. So atayeva swapna upalabdha rathadinam agantuka nidra dosha janyatvat pratibhasikatvam. So similarly, so even in swapna, whatever chariot etc. you see, rathadinam, they are also because of you first went into sleep, correct? Without sleeping, you cannot dream. Okay. Although nowadays they talk about some lucid dreaming and all that. I don't know what it is. But generally what, first you have to go into Nidra. Nidra itself is a defect there. Other than avidya, there is also Nidra, and after Nidra only you see the Swapna. So Swapna also is Prati Bhasikam only. In fact, you only see your Swapna, correct? Although in a movie like Inception, they say that you can share your dreams and all that, but that's only a movie, I think. So I don't know whether in reality anything like that is there. So when we say that Swapna also is Pratibhasikam, then the Purvapakshi is raising another point now. See, Nanu Swapnasthale Purvanubhuta Rathadehe Smarana Matrenaiva Vyavaharottau Na Rathadi Srishti Kalpanam Gauravat. So you said that this silver was produced by avidya, but in dream, whatever ratha, etc., are all only smarana matram, he is saying. It's all only recollection of your memories. So all that, whatever you underwent, it's only your memories. So there you don't have to imagine the srishti of ratha, etc. and all, because that explanation is too complex. Gauravat means, so generally if you are explaining something, you are supposed to give a simple theory, correct? So even in English they have something called Occam's razor and all that. So your explanation has to be the simplest possible explanation, and that theory only will be normally accepted. You don't have to give any roundabout complex explanation. So he is now saying that our explanation is complex. Gaurava dosha is there. Iti chetna, because for us Shruti Pramana is always there. Understand that. Particularly if you are answering a Nayayika, we can always quote the Shruti, because at least nominally he accepts the Veda as a Pramana. So what are we quoting? We are quoting Brihadaranyakam. So iti chetna vai rathadehe niti matra abhyubhagame ratham pashyami swapne rathamadraksham ityadi anubhava virodha apatehe. So first we say it is also anubhava virodha also, because in the dream you don't say I remember the chariot and all that, correct? In the dream you are actually experiencing it as I see the chariot, not I remember the chariot. So even whatever you are saying is meaningless. So, and even after getting up we say in dream I saw the chariot. You never say I remembered the chariot in my dream. So that is the anubhava. So it will go against the anubhava. Then atha rathan ratha yogan pataha srijate. So iti rathadi srishti pratipadaka shruti virodha apattescha. So not only anubhava virodha, the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad is clearly saying in dream there is no real ratha, or ratha yogan means whatever is joined to the ratha, like horses, and there is no real road also, pataha. But all these things are created by the jiva only, srijate. So iti rathadi srishti pratipadaka shruti is there in Brihadaranyaka. So you will go against that shruti pramana also. So tasmat shruti rupyavat swapna upalabdha rathadayaha api pratibhashika yavat pratibhasam avatishthate. So that's why, like the silver, correct, which is appearing on shell, even the dream, whatever you see in the dream, chariots, etc., they are also pratibhasika only, because they also last only till the time you see it, correct? These appearances last only till the time you see. As long as you see, it is there. Then it is gone. Correct? So yavat pratibhasam avatistate. Till the time they appear, it is there. But later on, if you go near or something, then it is gone. Or if you wake up from dream, it is no more there. So it is all similar only. Swapna also is pratibhasika. It is no different from the. In fact, Jagrat also is no different from Swapna really. Understand that. That is what, if you read Mandukya Karika, then Gaudapadacharya will finally establish that you cannot really differentiate between this waking and dream also. But anyway, that we will discuss further in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashyate. Om Shanti Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om.